So, what you'll notice, or what you have noticed, if you're going to your bank on a regular basis or you're going to multiple banks to pick up penny rolls, is that when you get multiple of the same penny roll at the same time, right? So, when I went to the bank, I got the bank only had like $5, which is 10 rolls of pennies, and like six of the dollars were these moolahs, right? So I automatically assume, which of course you know what happens when you assume, that all of those penny rolls are from the same person, right? For example, yesterday's video 305, if you didn't see that, then you missed an epic video. There's these, do I have one here in front of me? No. Yeah, I got it here. I picked up these penny rolls from the bank, which I've never seen before. I've never seen this candy cane. Maybe you have, but I haven't. And some of them, most of them, right, are all copper, which is very few people have seen all copper penny rolls in 2024 go into the bank and say, "Hey, do you have a roll, a customer wrapped roll of pennies?" Very few people have ever seen an all. So when I first got these, they smelled like basement, right? They don't smell like basement anymore because my office is very dry, and the smell went away. But I'm just trying to prove a point to you that um, those penny wrappers came from all the same person. The person must have had them in their basement for. I can't remember if there's even. I think there's some copper 82s I found, but let's say since 82, at least, and that is super duper duper rare. Anyway, the point is you can start to build like a profile, and you can start thinking about the person who brought in, for example, so this one here has, it's not that much copper. I think one of these in the past was about the 2000. I'm looking for the wide AM. No wide AM. So I can tell that whoever brought in these moolahs, it's fairly, here's a 2018. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put to the side the most recent penny, and that's a good indication of when so for example, if somebody has like a piggy bank, right, and there's 1,000 pennies in it, and 2018 is the newest penny, that's a good indication that they stopped putting pennies in there around 2018, right? Especially if you have a fairly large sample size. Is this our first copper? Yes, it is. Nice one. Very nice. Is this a copper? I'm going to say no, it's not a copper. It is an 88 though. So the 88s, if you're watching the if you've been watching my videos, you know that I've been studying up on the 88, and I'm having a kind of discussion as to something I just joined my buddy's Discord. It's got a little bubble coming out of the six. I don't think it's a dye chip. I think that's just a blister. Just in a cool location. I've never seen that before. So maybe it's something that I'll bring up, because to me, even though they call it the 88 flare G, to me it's the 89 flare G, right? Meaning that it's the reverse of the 89. So therefore, the penny should be called the 89 flare G with the 88 obverse. That's what I think it is. I haven't until somebody really, really gets to the bottom of it. Anyway, that's just some of the interesting things. Here goes another 88. See, that just has a little piece of dirt, I think, at the place where the flare would be. Yep. It's a dark spot. Has a dark spot. I mean, and I've seen them graded for $200 in mint state condition. So, and I think they go for in poor condition. They go for about $50. Well, circulated, heavily circulated. And we got some more copper. All right. 2017. '84, looking for the double ear. Now, if the 2018 is the spoke too soon, 2021. And that's what I was figuring. So what you'll notice is that the older, so here's a 2021. So the newer, the more recent the person was holding on to their pennies, the more likely the less copper pennies you're going to find, you know. And as you can see right now, most of the pennies are zinc. Squeaky chair. 2011. Don't see too many of those. I don't know why. Just coincidence, I guess. '92. So there's certain years that are just easy to remember. The 88, excuse me, the 98, 99, and 2000, you're looking for the wide AM. The 92 is the only year you're looking for the close AM. And you can see right there it's wide. So there's certain ones you want to remember. You want to learn to remember. Like, for some reason, I'm a slow learner. So it takes a while for me to commit something to memory. It's just the way I am, unfortunately. But I have committed to memory the 98, 99, and 2000. Now, we've got a 22. Now I'm committed to memory the 92. I don't see as many 92s though as you would think for whatever reason. So now we have a 22. So we know that the person at least was doing this within the past couple years. Hmm. $2,000. Look for the wide AM. No wide AM. $94. Looking for something on the reverse. I will look for something anywhere, but that penny mat says look on the reverse. So, and what does, oh, look at this. And what does, this is zinc. This is probably an 80s one. Has a very unique reverse. Not unique, I shouldn't say that. Excuse me. I can see has a very nice, you see the die clashing in there. I need some water. That's what it is. But look at the color on the back compared to the 22. See how much more coppery it looks? So that's why I said unique. What I really meant was has a very, very nice tone. So is the front for that matter. And that's a very nice wire rim. You can see, and it's, remember, that's clad. So it's pushing the copper clad back over the rim, the edge, the rim. So it has a wire rim, which is a collar error. And let's turn it upside down. You have to look at it upside down to see the image. Eric taught me that from keeneEyeCollectables. And you can see the die clash. Interesting penny. So, another copper. That's only 3 coppers we found. No. Plus, yeah, we only found 3 coppers so far, half the roll. So, you know, the more recent the person was saving their pennies, the more likely there's less copper. It's basically they stopped making copper pennies in 1982. And there's just, and people are hoarding them like I am. Every can't remember, but like every 100 coppers weighs like, it's got to be, let me Google it. I don't want to misspeak. I want to say every 100 weighs like almost a pound. How much does 100 copper pennies weigh? It's not 2.5 grams. It's 3.1 grams. I don't get it. Doesn't say. We would have to take, I'd have to take 3.11 and times it by 100. Well, I could just move the 0 over. So that's 311 grams. How many grams in a pound? How many grams in a pound? Okay, so there's 453 grams in a penny, and 100 copper pennies. So I was relatively close. So I'm going to take 453 and divide it by 3.11, and that'll tell us exactly. 453 divided by 3.11 is 145 copper pennies. So basically, let's just call it 3 penny rolls equals a pound. Okay, or $1.50. So 3 penny rolls equals a pound. or $1.50. So every 300 penny rolls weighs 100 pounds. And that's 300 penny rolls would be 150. Every $150 in pennies weighs 100 pounds in copper, just about. And copper rate now is what, $4 a pound, give or take. So that's 100 pounds of would be $400 that you paid 150 for, and that'll never. How much you paid for those pennies will never change because they're a cent. They're always a cent. But copper will go up and down. So when copper goes up to, let's make it nice and even. When copper goes up to $9 a pound, doubles, 4 point something, doubles to $9 a pound, which wouldn't take much in my opinion, especially with inflation. It's ridiculous. It's not a precious metal, but we use it for everything. And then $150 in pennies, it's going to be worth $900 in copper. Is that crazy? I mean, just think about it. So, what does that have to do with the price of rice? Well, the more recent the person's bringing in, the less copper, right? So all those pennies we went through, all we got so far is 3 copper. So that's kind of, if you're, so I tell everybody, don't, unless you belong to one of my banks, and not even, I'm just saying that being facetious, comical. Don't bring your copper back to the bank, because you're giving the government back money, and there's no need for that. Don't give them your money, because remember, a cent will always be worth a cent, but a copper penny is what's going to go up, because of the copper. So the other roll, like I said, that's all copper that we went through yesterday in episode 30. I think it's 305 or 304, one of those. Just from copper alone, it's worth oh, well, it's a third of a pound, so it's worth $1 something. So it's worth three x something like that, just in copper. And then of course, if you find anything that's, and then you'll see copper pennies that they'll go up, right? So if copper pennies are worth, at some point in the example I'm using, 97. I forgot what I got to look for in that 97. Double ear. No double ear. Who knows? Regular copper pennies might go up to. Imagine if all copper pennies at some point, like circulated pennies, became worth 10 cents each. That would be $5, and people started paying $5 a roll. So instead of getting $9 for melt for three rolls, you might be able to get $5 per 50 cents times that. That would be $15 for 3 rolls, and you don't have to go, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It would be just worth more because of it's in the shape of a penny. I'm just saying that might, what they say, it's the tide. It might be the tide that raised all ships. It was another 22. So it's the person's earliest coin. So if copper goes up, value of copper pennies might go up, and maybe really clean ones and really pretty copper pennies might be worth even more. Like, so I separate my copper pennies, and my BUs they're not the brilliant one. The brilliant ones I keep in the MS roll, which I have somewhere over here. Over here, I keep in here, right? And this is my third roll, and these are brilliant, right? So imagine if these became worth 10 cents a piece one day. That would be no, I used that example right. 20 cents, then it would be worth $10 a tube or a roll. Anyway, the point is, don't give the banks back your copper. Here goes an 82, and it looks like, is that dirt? That's probably dirt. Let me just check that out. On the date, I'm saying. Yeah, it's dirt on the date. The FG on the back is very almost looks polished. Looks like a polished FG. I'm not sure. You can actually see it through the camera. I'm not exactly sure what the significance of that is, but I noticed it right away when I looked on the reverse. Maybe I'll put this to the side. This is an 82. We don't have too many short videos for this episode. Yeah, this is zinc. 91D. So, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'm going to put you on hold for a second. Okay, I love that pause feature. So like I was saying, I hope that you enjoyed the video. Nothing ground shaking, but it's a way to keep it interesting, to think about who brought in what, and also to think about how much you're making, outside of looking for errors and varieties, mint state, condition pennies. Outside of that, here goes a copper. I'll leave that one for the last one. I think we have one more copper but coming out of this. Another 22. Oh, look at this. Is this copper? Oh no, it says 85. Oh wow. I'm gonna look at this under the loop, and it's so different. Wow. Is it missing clad? Or is it just corroded? Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. And look how bright the other. Maybe this will be the thumbnail. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I think so. Well, this is the one I thought was copper. I don't think it's copper anymore. It's not. 2000, we're looking for the white AM. No white AM. Got some marks on the rim there. No big deal. Innocuous. Those that trail. I doubt if that. I wonder if those are blisters, or if they're little dots. No, they're not blisters. They're little marks. Dot, 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 dot. I doubt if that's bag marks. I doubt. I mean, I don't know. That'd be so weird if they're They're very small. I think they're too small to be bag marks. Probably just got some postmate damage. That's it. And then you get to see how much copper you got, right? And and for some people that's it. Two Sheds Gabby, that's all I basically see him do is look for copper. I have seen him on occasion say, "Oh, I'm looking for a certain type of penny," while he's going through. Like he was looking for the 2017 at one point for whatever reason. Or maybe he was just doing it as a game. You know, how many 2017s can I find? I can't remember. Is that almost looks fresh, right? Looks like paint. So all we found was 3. And that's how, hey, man, that's how the cookie crumbles, man. We found 3. Oh, in the 82, we found 4. We found 4. So we didn't even find 10% of 50 is 5. We didn't even find 10%. And that's it, you know. 4 of these is worth whatever it is, a dime. All right. So I hope and it's a pretty good guess that the person stopped collecting pennies in 2022. I think it's fair. It's fair to make that assumption. So, hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoy making them. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. Now I do my shorts.